So here's the donor Bronco I bought just for the roof panel. Because apparently you can't buy roof panels, so just bought a whole nother Bronco. We're going to cut the roof off of it.
Started to.
Right here. Oh, I got his ass.
Killing him dead.
Just like that, we got a new top.
What a shame. That was a nice Bronco. Someone's crying right now. So here we have the top we just cut off, the 86 or whatever year that Bronco was. And this is the condition of the 96 here. Went through a tornado, wasn't happy. The windshield was the other way. I pushed it out and we vacuumed out all the interior. Dalton's in there right now, getting all the trim off. We'll get the top off, and then we'll start taking the headliner out and start cutting this top off. So we'll probably put you guys in time lapse, make something that takes forever. Looks like it takes 5 minutes.
So here we are with a new day. We're a couple hours back into it. We got Tom from Schreckenberg here. He's got his own body shop. He's here to help us out. Separating this 86 top to put on this 96 because it's damaged. Well, we've decided that we end up having to take this inner
roof liner,
separate it to get to the A pillar and the B pillar to get it completely separated. But first we tried to get away without taking the inner panel off, but we ended up having to take it off. So just save yourself some time and take it out.
So I think the camera died whenever we cut the top off. But anyway, we got the top skin cut off. We just zip cut down through here with the air hammer. So we will be removing this rain rail here. And we just got the doors through on, not fitted or anything. We've got a quarter power here, and I believe we're gonna have to pull in on the pillars still yet. But it's actually starting to come back together now. So we're gonna try to get the top fitted today and welded on, and then get the doors fitted. It's getting a little crowded in here. As you can tell, we've got 7.3 over there. We're doing KC turbo and heavy duty up pipes, and we've got the Sport Track belt over there. It's a full-on fiasco. Then we've got this 6.7. We got to put a new engine in it. This 6.7, which is a F350 single cab long bed, single rear wheel. I've got the clip. We're clipping it and then putting a new front clip on it. But we've got something cool going on with it. We're going to take the long bed off and do a short bed swap. So it'll be single cab short bed, full wheel drive, 6.7. It's gonna be freaking awesome. I don't know, probably in a month, we're gonna pull it in, take the bed off, cut the frame, put the short bed on. So that'll be the next one that we're gonna video. So we're gonna start after this. I'll probably put you guys back in time lapse to make it go by a little faster. Well, sorry guys, I hit the record button and apparently it was on camera mode. So anyways, I zipped around this with the air hammer just so I can see what all's holding it in here. I knew the inner liner would hold it, but I didn't know what all back here was tied in. And I know that the behind the taillight there's a couple spots here. There's a couple spots down there on the bottom of the that bracket back there, but here's a kind of a spot that we need to pay attention to. Right down here, I'm gonna have to remember to drill some holes underneath there because this is just holding debris. It's gonna cause it to rust out right here real bad. So yeah, right back here, it just holds debris like crazy. So I'm gonna have to cut some holes down in here. And obviously it wraps around in here and spot welds, but I wanted to make sure there wasn't nothing hidden. Pretty much it. I'll do the other side real quick. I'll actually have you guys on record on that one. Alright, so now you guys will actually get to see me cut one off. I got the camera set up correctly. But yeah, so there's that pocket again. I'm going to have to remember to cut that out down there. Pretty rust free, I mean, other than this little scaliness. But this side's a lot better shape than the other side. But we'll have to weld back in the inner gas fill neck. Right there. And the spot welds are, we got a bunch of them down through here, a bunch down through here, and you got some in here. And obviously there's going to be some down in there, and some down behind this, up in that wheel lip right there. And you'll have a bunch. Be a bunch right through here. We're gonna tape this off and paint just this little section when we weld these back on. Now we're gonna start on the roof. Alright guys, so we drilled most of the spot welds on the 1/4. We're gonna start drilling all the spot welds on this quarter. But first we're gonna take the tailgate off and the bumper. So the tailgate comes unplugged underneath down there. We'll finish the wiring out, get the tailgate off, and then we'll pull the bumper off. That way we can get to the inner spot welds on the inner part of the quarter panels here. All right, so now we've got the roof skin set up here. I went ahead and cleaned all the inside of the roof skin off with the grinder and a flap wheel and painted it all black on the inside with some Rust-Oleum to help prevent any future rust. We're fixing to, I'm gonna blow off any dust residue up there and we're gonna set it on, so see how it fits.
Yeah, you could push this side up, weld that corner up, and then do this side, because it shouldn't affect that side then.
All right, so it fits better than we thought it was gonna fit. All right, so now we got a little gap here, a little gap over there. We're gonna use the port of power and press on the A-pillar on that side and floor pan. Then we're gonna press on the floor pan and A-pillar on this side to get them back with no gap. So yesterday was a really long day. I didn't get to weld up the roof yet, but today we're gonna weld up the roof skin. I'm gonna weld up the front here and some of the sides, and then lift the back of it up and put seam sealer right here where the sails meet the drip rail. So I'm gonna, not seam sealer, panel bond. I'm gonna fill that hole inside of there at panel bond, because there is spot welds inside in there I can't get to no more. So panel bond's good enough to hold Corvettes together. It'll hold this roof skin on. And then I'm gonna use panel bond all inside this drip rail, because they had a hard seam sealer from the factory. Panel bond will do the exact same thing except better. So that's what we're gonna do. And then where this old seam sealer is cracked, I'm gonna dig that out, and I'll put new seam sealer here and in these cracks on each side. But panel bond doesn't work really good with a vertical joint because it'll run, where seam sealer is real thick and it'll just stay. But so now I'm gonna take out these self-tappers and lift this skin up. Like I said earlier, we're gonna squirt this panel bonding 3M08115 into these sail panels up here, and I'm gonna lower the roof skin back down, self-tap it back down, and then start welding it in. And then I'll fill in the drip rails with this as well. Get the gist of what I'm doing. Note to self, wear gloves next time. We'll let that dry and I'll do another layer over the top of that. And then I'll finesse the second layer to make it look really nice. And this will all get sanded down. And this side I did not put anything in here yet because I got to weld all the spot welds down through there. Alright, let's start welding this one up. Now that we got the roof all welded up, we're going to start. rest of the quarter off. Then we'll fit the new quarter on. Since we got the door all fitted, I know the new quarter's got to get welded on now. So we'll start cutting this one off. All right, so I got this rest of this quarter off. Something to note is there's like 6 spot welds up in here. Obviously, you're not going to be able to get to them with the quarter on here. And yeah, I could have bent it up and drilled them out, but what's the point? Because I can't get the new quarter panel welded once I get it in here. So I just sliced it with a grinder, and we'll squirt panel bond all up in here, put the new quarter on, and weld it up. And then you still have to get this little weather strip rail out of the way. I tried saving the sticker, so we'll pull that back and we'll go to weld it. So we're gonna fit this fender now. I didn't realize the camera battery died after I got on welding that quarter. We went ahead and disassembled both doors to get them ready for paint. Just pulled the outer handles off, windows, mirrors. That's it. Now we're gonna start fitting this fender. Then we'll go to that side. I gotta take that fender off and refit that door, and then refit that fender. Alright, so in this one I'm going to have you guys on time lapse because we're going to take this fender back off and then I'm going to mark around the door hinges with a Sharpie and then move the door forward a 1/16 to an 1/8 inch, retighten it back down, and then put the fender back on, and this side will be perfect.
Why, Connor?
So yesterday, we dropped the Bronco off here at Tom's, and they started prepping it for paint. There's a lot of chips and stuff from the Tornado on the tailgate that we had to do, and then these used fenders and doors had a lot of little dings and stuff we're fixing. The roof had a couple dents, but we got it all sanded. We're going to do some 2K primer on some of the spots where we put Bondo, and start primering tomorrow.
And sealing it.
Oh yeah, and sealing it so that way the color will all be the same color after it's done, after it's sprayed. Yep, I'm gonna put you guys in time lapse and the worst part's over with. So. Sorry, I forgot to take you guys off time lapse when we were spraying all this. We just did 2K primer. We'll sand it all tomorrow and then shoot some color. Alright, so we're back at it today. We've got it all primered. We got this black overspray on it to know where we've sanded and where we haven't. We've Scotch-Brighted the door jambs. He's Scotch-Brighting his, because we're going to jam it out with the doors hanging on it. We're going to do 220 wet on the rest of the truck here. So I'll put you guys in time lapse so to make it seem fast. Alright, so here we just got done 400 gritting, wet sand 400, the whole thing. We did 220 first and then went to 400. It turned out pretty good. I've got where the seam is, I put more panel bond in there to clean that up a little better. It's been a long day. Made old man out of us. We got the hood. We had a few dings in the hood after we sanded. So on the hood we had a few dings that showed themselves, which we addressed that. And then wiper cowl, the headlight trim underneath the bottom of the headlights. So this side of it turned out pretty decent. We'll get her all painted up tomorrow. So what we got on here is we put some blue base coat in our sealer. That way when we spray our Gulfstream Aqua, it'll cover better. So I'm going to put you guys up on the tripod while we spray the color. Now we're going to spray white where we have it taped off. Tom's not here, and I've got the gun today. Last coat of Wimbledon white. Alright, now all that we got left to do is clear coat. Woo! Straight sex appeal here. Alright guys, so we've got the blue dash out of this thing. I've got a complete gray dash takeout where we took it off the firewall with everything. It was an OBD1 dash though, so I didn't want to use it because it's the OBD2 Bronco. I'm going to show you guys how to swap just the cover, the dash cover. There is a hidden bolt right here that comes in from the back of this HVAC box. And the only way to get to that is to take out the entire dash off the firewall. And it's not a bad job. It's like a 30-minute job you know you're doing. But I'm going to show you how to not have to do that over there. So I'll go over here and we'll time lapse taking the gray panel off a complete dash. So here's our complete gray dash. Right up in here is that hidden bolt. So obviously you gotta take out the whole dash to get to that. Which I'm just gonna do it there and I'll pop that one back onto this cover. Alright, so I put the dash up on a table here, make it a little easier to do. You will need a Phillips screwdriver, a flat screwdriver to pry on some stuff, 5.5 millimeter, 7 millimeter, and 10 millimeter to get this all off. So let's get started. Alright, here we have the gray dash going to go in. I didn't realize the camera died earlier on time lapse taking this off. I didn't like a whole lot to get it off, but I'll do this in regular time, putting this back in so you guys can see exactly how long it takes. You want to make sure that you hook up the window defrost here. The other side to get it. All right, so that's all there is to the dash pad here. This piece was broke on this gray dash, so I'm gonna go to a buddy's place and get a new one of those. And the radio, since this was a 95 dash that I robbed the cover off of, the aftermarket radio had the older style plug, so I gotta go to Walmart and get a new one of those. And then I did put a screw here because all the retainers are broke on this. I need to source a new one of those from LMR or somewhere. That way I have all my tabs back on it. But that's pretty much it. We'll start putting the interior back together. Good?
Yeah.
So last time that you guys saw this, we were putting the grill in and I was starting the interior. So we got the interior all the way back together. I didn't film any of that because that's a pretty quick process. The top we got on it now, that's a quick process. We didn't film that. The spare tire carrier, I didn't film it because it just bolts on. No big deal, but this is the finished product here. It's a little dirty. We've been driving it down our road here and driving it to town, and it poured down rain on me the other day when I was driving it, but the color combo turned out pretty nice. Thinking about doing a pink pinstripe down the side, making it even more retro. We did a retro white tire cover to carry on with the paint scheme. So here's the interior that we all redone. This is original Bronco carpet. We just pressure washed it really good. This whole gray interior come out of another Bronco, a 95 that we found wrecked. It was a little dirty. The seats were wore out, but we reupholstered the rear seat, and I have the front seats reupholstered, but the bottom cushions were wore out, and I didn't know how bad until I started driving it, and my back was hurting. So I took them back out last night and took them over to my upholstery buddy, and he's putting new foam cushions in them. So we don't have front seats right now for the video, but this is the dash we went over. I've got to get a new bezel piece here, but it all turned out pretty good. Not bad.